Well, Thunder Predator. Get some more information.
Lifestealer looks great here, honestly. Like, can do really well against Jug. Great against Nyx as well. Will never be stunned, really.
Radiant team.
Let's see. Chaos Knight instead. Another strength tanky core though. That really is not pressured by any of those heroes, honestly. So, and this is where the magic damage I think is definitely needed now. Like we mentioned a little bit about the cold embrace, but now they need wave clear against the Chaos Knight. Heroes like Lena,
10 seconds remaining.
Leshrac obviously, but it's already picked up.
5 seconds.
Queen of Pain.
Queen of Pain, yeah, man. Yeah, Quop could work, man. Quop's.
They have a lot of lockdown compared to the last game, though.
It's true.
My mind went to Lena, like you said there.
Yeah, it's obvious, but it's kind of lacking a little bit of team fight, though. Again, I don't know.
Brewmaster, is he still there?
Yeah, Brew would be really nice.
Oh,
actually.
Brew's really good again. They can still use. Oh, he purges so much this game.
Tiny.
Man, that's amazing. Purges Warcry. Takes care of illusions.
Brew was definitely the pick, man. That's a good shout. Good shout indeed. But I think so. I mean, is this Tiny going to be caught then, like, or what? Or are they going to run like Nyx Tiny supports and Profit offlane? I don't like any of those options, honestly.
Yeah.
I really don't. Like,
5 seconds.
so you put just picture it this way: like you put Tiny, say mid or offlane or whatever, right? He just is gonna die at like 20 minutes to Chaos Knight. He gets one stunned and he's just gonna get critted and then he's gonna die. If you put Tiny in a support role, you're gonna put him either supporting with a Prophet or supporting with a Nyx Assassin. And like, what is he actually gonna do in these lanes? Like nothing, put simply. Like, I really dislike that Tiny pick. I know it has a little bit of AOE, but I mean, like, really, you need magic damage to deal with, the dispel obviously from the Brewmaster split. Like, I don't know. This Tiny, I'm not a big fan of. Really dislike it.
Yeah, it kind of sets up for some odd things now for Xolotl.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, sure, it helps a little bit against the Phantasm, the Cleave of the Tree, no combo. But...
I mean, like, it's been nerfed so many times. Like, the Cleave is like basically minimal nowadays, anyway, unless damage. I don't know. And it's always going to be low level, like the Cleave as well. Like, you're going to need to like level 15 before it actually has any noticeable impact, and by that time, the game's probably either won or lost by that time. So I don't know. I don't know why.
10 seconds.
The Tiny just feels very lackluster. I think Thunder Predator are very happy with Xolotl putting Tiny here.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking like there's so many offlane. It's like Brewmaster Underlord might not be bad here, but again, that
Underlord's not a bad. Underlord's not a bad shout. It's great against illusion carries, but then it just makes them look like a really weird draft if they go Underlord though. Like, I don't know. I just Prophet, Nyx, and Tiny. It's like ugh.
Yeah.
This makes me think, like, what does it actually do? Like, you're gonna have a stun from Nyx, and then you're gonna have a little stun from Tiny, and then it's like, all right, that's our team fight. Whereas Wyvern, they've got like double stun Sven, Leshrac, Wyvern ulti, plus like the massive Chaos Illusions alpha male, like just critting everyone. Like, I just don't see. This last pick from Xolotl has got to be like perfect.
All right, Invoker. Whenever in doubt.
It's not bad Invoker game. Decent Sunstrike target, decent AoE, but Razor's not bad either, I guess. Like, but the problem is that obviously Chaos Knight, you can only link one Chaos Knight, and there's going to be like 6 of them hitting you, plus all the magic damage from Leshrac and Sven. It's okay, but I still don't think it kind of solves all the issues they are having, Team Xolotl. As for Thunder, they have Thunder Predator now have the last pick, which they made to great effect last game, which can only mean that they're going to do this.
Viper's still there. See a mid
Viper wouldn't be bad, I guess.
Choose your hero.
More magic damage.
Okay. Yeah, not
as also gives him gives him a Greaves carrier as well, which is.
So I'm actually curious, the Leshrac and Sven, where they're going to also for the other side. So it's Escon Tiny. Oh, interesting. It's offlane Razor.
Offlane Razor. Mid Tiny then, is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
At least with Esk playing it, that's what that's telling us, and it will be.
Position 4 Leshrac. Yeah.
Wait, it is okay. So yeah, it's this
Yeah,
offlane
full Leshrac.
Sven. Okay.
I think that's fine. Like we mentioned a little bit about how they could do that because they might be scared of the Knicks. But the only problem with putting a Leshrac as a position 4 as a support against a core Tiny is that core Tiny can one-shot the Leshrac, whereas you wouldn't really be able to one-shot the Sven even if he was a support. So there's one thing, but I think Tiny core is not too bad, particularly now they've seen Shadow Fiend mid, because Tiny can last hits like basically everything for the first couple of waves against Shadow Fiend. Like once it's picking up his souls. So in that respect, it has some value in this draft, but outside that laning phase, I think it's gonna definitely fall off because Chaos Knight's just gonna rip it to shreds. I think once the farm is up, but yeah, I definitely like the Thunder Predators draft a lot more. We'll see.
Well, we'll find out. Game number 3. Again, this is it for these two teams as far as the series goes, of course. No matter what, they'll both be in the tournament still. It's just a matter if you're in that winner or the lower bracket. But loading into game number 3 now. The Shadow Fiend final pick. You mentioned that the potential Greaves carrier. Obviously, we've been seeing that a lot on this hero. But at the same time, it's not guaranteed. There's still plenty of other builds you could go on the Shadow Fiend. From the right click to the Yules instead. But we'll see what direction decides to go for here. Nyx Assassin. The other thing about Nyx Assassin I always like to remind is he does bring the break effect. Now with coming out of the ultimate there. However, I don't think there's really a lot to break this game.
Just Chaos Knight.
I guess kind of that. It's somewhat useful.
I guess.
It's not like a big deal. All right, though. It's coming out, and top lane will be engaging slightly with the Treant, but just scouting.
Honestly, I think for Xolotl to do well this game, I think this Tiny needs to start popping off like really hard.
The Toon's dead.
Yes, he is. So give him first blood, hopefully. Give Tiny first blood. Well played, guys. Good job. Good start. This is the start Tiny needs, man. Like I said, he really does need to pop off this game. He's gonna need to carry it the whole mid game. Razor wants to farm, Jug wants to farm. They can kind of pair up a little bit with the Knicks and maybe a little bit of TP support from the Prophet, but this Tiny is gonna have to channel his inner limp and lift some weights, man. On Tiny.
I mentioned that with the Queen of Pain last game, and that worked out for Thunder Predator pretty well. So Xolotl, what Prada? He was trying to hide here. He was being chased this whole time. He knew that he was in trouble, so he tried to make a hidden play, and he might survive for now. Yeah, he is actually good. Tiny, all he has is the tree, of course, so doesn't want to pursue. No point to waste time. Is going to be found by Nyx Assassin, but even Nyx by himself, don't think Wyvern's still in too much trouble.
This first wave is going to be so nice for Tiny. He's sitting at 81 damage compared to Shadow Fiend's 49. I'm just going to watch this mid lane.
Yeah.
We should get every last hit. There's one. There's two.
Okay.
Cleave. Oh, that's
better. Prioritizing denies here.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that feels good. Oh, there's a kill, but you know what? We're watching CS.
Nah. Mid lane, man. Gotta follow the CS. Do Grant proud, man. Gotta keep Grant proud.
Yano at the top lane goes down there. Looks like a 3 versus 2. It is a tri lane being ran by Thunder Predator, so able to take advantage of that. Frank, that means he's by himself at the bottom lane, though, and he's dealing with a Nature's Prophet and a Blightstone, a.k.a. it's not fun.
Yeah, I think ideally it looked like Wyvern was picked for Thunder Predator to deal with Prophet in lane because of obviously split the boss, but they're going to run this tri lane instead, which I can understand because I think if Razor has an easy time, 1v1 or 2v2 against Chaos Knight, he's going to really be able to sort of box him out and control him. So I can understand why they want to tri lane just to give farm for this Chaos Knight. Makes sense.
Yeah, this start though, Tiny 4-9, 5-9 against an 0-1 or 1-0 Shadow Fiend, excuse me. So, yeah, it's working out pretty well for Tiny.
As expected. Yeah, and I said I think this Chaos Knight, this Tiny has to do everything this game. Otherwise, I think Thunder Predator are going to have an easy game. So this is the start he needs, and he's going to keep up with it as well.
What's the item build for Tiny then going off? I mean, obviously an earlier blink, or is this like a Shadow Blade game
Yeah,
instead?
either or. I think either or is good as long as he has pressure and we miss Razor. Top.
Yeah, it's just whatever.
Okay.
We're watching CS.
Yeah, I think honestly, like, so anything that will help him kind of dictate the set of the game. Blink, Shadow Blade. I think perhaps Shadow Blade could be just slightly better because it obviously gives him the attack speed, but it depends obviously if Thunder Predator are going to have a lot of sentries down it. It kind of, I mean, he could get both really at the end of the day. But either or, nice toss back actually.
Uh-oh.
Don't think he's going to be able to kill him. Oh, he's going to TP. That was, I don't know about that decision. Like, yeah, he's going to tip him. But the problem now is that he has no TP, so if Tiny does kill him, like, he's going to be super screwed. And he took a lot of damage actually just from standing in tower while he was TPing. So I don't know if that was the right decision, but.
Pops a healing salve, but yeah, it's again just play a little bit safer. He does get level 2 raise. Right, yeah, he went level 2 raise, level 2. That's what I was thinking, of course. Try to help catch up in the CS. Top lane again, Yana, watching him this time. He gets the lasso up on Chaos Knight, but lasso, that's a static link. Lasso, different ability. TP out though from his teammate, so Yana has to be careful once again. We've seen the text pop up at least. He's died a couple of times already. Clearly, that trial lane's doing work, but now bottom lane, Leshrac. He's rotated over, acted like he was going to stun, trying to get a spin out of Ifrit.
He's actually got a point in Lightning Storm as well, which is interesting. Normally the Mac Diabolic Edict after the recent buff, but I think it's just because he's playing against a Prophet, and so obviously the Lightning Storm is somewhat nice because of the AoE from that respect, but now Prophet has decided to go top and Nyx to go bottom, so I think Leshrac will kind of be regretting the point in Lightning Storm, and as we see, he's level 3 and gets a point in Diabolic Edict as a result. So,
yeah.
Makes sense.
Going back to Nyx Assassin, this hero can be strong, but obviously one of his bigger weaknesses is this leveling early on, and keep an eye on that. Pikachu right now, he's still level 2. Juggernaut's at least level 4, so that's the good news, but want to make sure to try to keep the levels adding up. Middle lane, by the way, Matthew, he's rotating around. If Esk gets caught in. Now, Esk does have infused raindrops on him, too, though. Yeah, there's the raise to take one out. I don't think they have enough damage at all.
Scanning.
In fact, okay, yeah, he was getting blocked right here, so he actually scans and confirms that somebody was there.
Tips him as well.
Yeah.
Tips him. And here comes Nyx.
He knows 100% that he's there, so no-go on that gank. It does mean Shadow Fiend gets some CS, though. That's actually good news for Thunder Predator.
He's like he's even now with the Tiny outside of the denies, actually, and as he builds up his CS, he's always going to be able to outlast Tiny eventually.
Top lane. Hector, they're turning onto a Toon. Toon's backing off, though. Has a Chaos Bolt. Hector going to get hit by it. One more auto attack and killing spree indeed for Chaos Knight. In fact, Razor ends up going down to this Leshrac. And the 1-1-1 build comes through there. 5-minute Banner Rune's also still there. And going to be picked up by Thunder Predator. So great rotation. Good job by Matthew making his way all the way to the top lane, where it does pay off big time. As far as that combo. Shadow Fiend, though, middle lane. Is he dead? Nope, the Split Earth hits, and they're going to turn on the Nyx Assassins by Cure Pace. No, but he still goes down first. Oh, that was so close. Unable to be clutch enough, though, and they're going to pop a Shrine with this. Great turn for Thunder Predator. See top lane TP away.
Nice bit of value Shrine right there.
Oh, yeah, TP'd over to the Shrine. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Did the Wyvern. So, Juggernaut. 100% free farm now. He's having a very good time. 34 and 15 down here. So probably going to see the Battle Fury if I had to guess. I mean, I actually like the whole Yasha Maelstrom build. And honestly, against the Chaos Knight, that could be interesting. But
yeah, normally like if you want a top lane Razor, nice stun actually by the Nyx. Actually carries it off.
Hector trying to go for the turn kill, but now Nature's Prophet, one auto attack, and the Chaos Strike is more than enough damage.
Yeah, going back to the Jug, I don't know, I think normally when you want to deal with illusions, normally magic damage is better, particularly now the cleave mechanic has changed, but he might feel that the Battle Fury will make him farm faster, and it's the more reliable one to deal with the Chaos Knight illusions, but he is getting a lot of free farm this game, so he might decide to go a bit greedy and go for the Battle Fury. He's not really being contested one bit by this Finn, so
That's for sure. Top lane, Lasso. I keep saying Lasso. The Link was up onto Chaos Knight. 4 different inches profit. Going for the kill to Matthews. Not enough initial damage though now. Lightning Storm put out. Pika 2 running away. Splinter Blast connects and the pull in from Attune to finish the job. Also, Frank joins the party. He pops a Warcry. Hector trying to go for the kill on Leshrac still, but especially with a Warcry, that ain't happening. Yano, is this going to be his 4th death? No, they choose not to pursue further.
That's strange TP by the Sven actually. Now he's... I mean, I know he wasn't doing too much down bottom, but now his left bot completely open. And all for nothing, honestly. He comes in, chucks a stun, and now he's going to have to either go jungle or go back to run bot, which is not worth. Like, you see, like, they're 7 kills or 6 kills above, but because this bottom lane is going so badly, there's no one for Dire sitting in bottom. And it's showing because they are now equal on golden and experience, even though they're 6 kills behind.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Top lane, you still got 3 heroes up here for Xolotl, which is Prophet and Nyx Assassin supports both up here. Yano hasn't been the friendliest game for him, but that doesn't mean he's going to stop trying. He's got a Bracer now to help out, but look at this Leshrac though. Bracer has his own crown, the Rod of Atos, looking like it's going to be a thing for him. And Attune finishes his Hand of Midas meanwhile on Chaos Knight. So
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
One Hand of Midas online in this game. Probably would expect it to be the only one. Maybe I guess like a Nature's Prophet. Nyx Assassin could go one too, so maybe more. We'll see.
Yeah.
But at least the one. Speaking of Prophet, he gets caught here. The Arctic Burn Slow sets up the Splitter perfectly. And Shadow Fiend can get a raise for the kill. Yes. He'll finish the job. Leo Style takes credit. Yano. Splitter hits, but he's too far. If reports in, that means the Dire team just runs away though, so Juggernaut unable to make something.
Sven's going to be happy with that.
Middle tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
Chaos Knight TP's down. They're just going to swap rotations. Position one's just like ships in the night, basically.
Let's glide on over. Shadow Fiend is going to go the Arcane Boots, so do have the Guardian Greaves build coming, and I noticed drums queued up for Ifrit. In fact, it's going to be finished. They're being delivered out now, so he still could go the Battle Fury, but going in earlier on drums instead first.
Yeah, he just wants to sort of help out, dictate the game a little bit. Shadow Fiend might be in trouble. It's been caught out a little bit.
Support's not really coming, is it? He's going to TP out. You know what? That works.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So.
Yeah, I think because both teams have recognised like playing fast and kind of dictating the game is always kind of recommended, and that's why I think we're seeing the drums here by the Juggernaut. They want to just sort of build up small early game items just to have as much of an advantage as possible early on.
10-minute bounty rune spawning. There is a double damage rune down here as well. So which team's able to take advantage of that, but Shadow Fiend clearing up the jungle for now. And he is heading over, acting like he is going to be the one to pick that up. As there we go. Tiny, meanwhile, wraps around top, and they want to commit to at least this tower push. They would hope for a pick onto Winter Wyvern, maybe a toss in on a teammate, but not going to really even get the chance. Wyvern keeping his distance. Meanwhile, you have Chaos Knight as well as the Leshrac just pushing out bottom lane. So it seems like the map control is favoring Thunder Predator pretty heavily right now.
Yeah, they're going to try and defend mid though. I think mid is such a big tower, they can't get it up.
Despite Carapace, good job avoiding from Leo Style. Stormhammer does stun himself though. On the Sven, pops in Warcry. Esk going for the combo, the Sprout up on top of that, but Frank is a little too tanky, and Shadow Fiend kind of sits there landing some more raises. Unable to kill anyone, but considering how many
Jug's
going in for it,
Jug to and they're going to lose bot, man. They lost tier 2 tower at 11 minutes. Like, yeah, I don't know if that was the right decision.
That was a late TP too. At that point, it seemed pretty clear that they were just falling back, but chose to go. Now, that's a tier 2 dead already. It doesn't mention, jeez. Now, Leshrac's farm is actually pretty good. Double crown already.
I think if Thunder Predator can kind of keep up this aggression and this kind of pressure just from towers, like this Nyx is going to have like such a impact. Nyx is the whole game wants to sort of find pickoffs with the Invis, but if Thunder Predator are just grouping up taking towers, this Nyx, particularly as this Leshrac is actually a support, is really going to have such a very small impact, honestly, in this game in comparison to what he was hoping for.
I'm almost just lost what the Razor's supposed to accomplish here. Especially in the offlane role.
Yeah, I think he wanted to kind of shut down the Chaos Knight. Too much magic damage, and it just kind of got crushed in lane. And now because it didn't do very well in lane against the Chaos Knight, it's gonna struggle because, like I said, it can only link one Chaos Knight. The other like 3 or 4 illusions are gonna just absolutely destroy him. So, and this Chaos Knight has kind of got off to a really good start as well. Like got a pretty early Midas, like it's top net worth in this game. So yeah, they're gonna have a Chaos Knight problem. And I said this Tiny needs to really go off this game. And yet he's like actually below the SF on farm, and he's gonna get a blink dagger, but it's gonna come out like pretty late. Like it's nearly 30 minutes, and he's still like nearly 1,000 gold away from his blink. Like,
why did he get a Wraith ban, by the way?
He wants the attack speed basically, like
okay.
just because obviously you don't get any attack speed as Tiny. And that's the reasoning, but it's just
Interesting.
It's just yeah, and that's why obviously he always has power treads, or he did have his power treads a lot on Agi when you're fighting because you have so little attack speed as Tiny. But top lane actually, we have a support Leshrac killing a core Razor at the moment.
Yeah,
that's that.
He's like, take all the damage you want, I don't need it.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill you with my spells, and he does.
Level
So now
40.
mid opens up. Mid, and now with this mid tower opened up, like they have all the jungle they want.
Radiant's middle tower
Radiant
has fallen.
and like the Nyx ulties, and then can't find anyone because none of his team can really fight with him. Like and I know it like sounds like weird and strange, but we have really kind of we mentioned this in the draft, that the draft looked very wonky and very strange. Like they picked the Tiny, they picked the Razor, and it's kind of starting to show now, only 13 minutes into this game. Like. I don't see it getting any better, honestly. And the only thing I can see is maybe this Tiny getting blink and then really changing the game. But until then, it's going to be more of the same.
Yeah, that's going to be the absolute key. He has 1850 gold saved up. Get the blink. What kind of plays can they make that? I also go back to the drums on Juggernaut. I mean, he chose this item over just going to the greedy Battle Fury, which, again, this game might have made more sense. And especially with how it's played out now, they could have really used that to help contest, but he's gone drums, he's going to go Yasha next, so they're kind of committing really into this. We need to win earlier, sooner than later, at least take some good fights. And it goes back to that Blink Dagger on Tiny.
Yeah, the problem is, though, they're going to be fighting into a mech disadvantage. Like, Shadowfin's only got his mech, and Xolotl don't.
They're ganking. They find Matthew. The curse comes out, though, on Nyx Assassins. I'm going to say for now, the Chaos Pull hits Tiny, but he already got the combo off. Requiem from a distance, Draken. However, now Ifrit's spinning on top of him. Chaos Knight just destroys the Nature's Prophet, but with the Omni Slash, Shadow Beam pounds it over the creeps, gets it over the time, pops the mech, and now it's turn time on Ifrit. He's in trouble. Double kill for Esk, as he's able to pick off Prada as well on the Wyvern. Juggernaut, though, with the heal ward, it is destroyed, but he got plenty heal out of it. So a very discoordinated fight there.
I mean, luckily Tiny got a kind of a easy, quick blow up on the Leshrac and the Winter Wyvern. He didn't even need Blink Dagger. He kind of just walked up and got the combo off, and that was enough, honestly. But
well, Chaos Knight, he's back to farming in the mid lane. He might be in trouble though, as Nyx Assassin. He has, who is that? That is Tiny coming over. Does he have the blink yet? No, it's not delivered.
Yeah, Courier.
Awkward. Yeah, even so. He might have survived anyways. But no chance, unfortunately. So CK, he'll be fine. Sven pushing out top lane against Ifrit up here as, oh, Hector gets picked off. That was Shadow Fiend able to find him. And Guardian Greaves, I think, are going to be finished on Shadow Fiend. Yeah, being delivered on the courier, looks like.
Oh, that's such a big item, man, for team fights especially. Like, oh dear. It's going to be rough.
Chasing. Turns around. But yeah, that's fighting into that. We saw what the mech did as far as burst 2. Now you got the Greaves on top of this now. Of course, more into
Wyvern's dead.
Maybe?
Oh, maybe not.
Esk?
Oh,
what? I mean, that had to be some Fade to Black kicking in right here. And now Chaos Knight comes in. The Impel hits, though, but the Stormhammer follow-up. Tiny's in trouble. Trying to help the best that they can. The Curse hits Nyx Assassin, actually going to prevent Esk from dying for the time being, but it allows it to blink out. Even Yano, he's got the link up, but that ain't going to do a damn thing. And he eventually falls shortly after. They run down the Nature's Prophet. 2-0. Will favor Thunder Predator. Yeah, man, Wyvern, he should not have lived there.
This Nyx as well, kind of feeling a little bit useless a little bit as well now. All these team fights constantly, not able to really take much use of this Vendetta either, unfortunately.
I think it goes back. They picked up Nyx Assassin in anticipation that it was going to be a core Leshrac. But you picked it up that early. It allowed Thunderfront, and that's the thing with Leshrac. He can adapt. You know, he can change roles if need be.
Yeah.
So it's really not working out as they hoped for. Yeah, this is going to be another tower kill.
It's kind of strange as well because they don't really have the.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
The radiant, like it's not the easiest stuns to hit like Nyx, and it kind of feels like in the draft they were like, oh, we need a position 4 hero. Let's just pick a position 4 hero. Nyx is a position 4, and then they kind of forget that they have a position 5 prophet that kind of doesn't really do much really outside of the laning phase. And starting to show it now. Like, I mean, look at the net worth on Razor as well, man. Like lower net worth than the position 4 support from Thunder Predator.
Yeah, it's been a struggle. He's trying. But no doubt been a struggle. Hood of Defiance queued up. He wants to get an eventual Crimson Guard, but it's a lot of farm.
You ain't getting that, bro, before this game is decided, I think.
Well, Ifrit, he continues to push out the top lane, but he's having to play safe himself. And actually, he might be found. They got a curse. That's up with a curse. Really?
I think he saw him. Did you not see him?
I mean, he 100% didn't, because he definitely would have cursed him, but yeah, it looked like he should have with the burn up. Wow. Just flew right. I tried to get the vision in time. I couldn't, but I mean, he clearly didn't, of course. So, anyways, Juggernaut is able to barely make it out. Nature's Prophet just kind of chilling down here at the bottom lane. He's trying to just finish a Vlad's for the team. He's soaking up experience for now. Seeing where he may go next with the teleportation, but Chaos Knight pushing it out. He's already got the heart queued up. Another 2,800 gold save, so that heart is actually pretty realistic in the next 5 minutes, I would say, if that even, for the Chaos Knight. And it's already trouble killing him, and it's how do you do it when he has that especially? It's going to be a very difficult task for Xolotl. Nyx Assassin continues to try to find, but Sven, he'll walk away, has his own Vlads already. And much more realistic aura build from him. The pipe is also queued up, and at this rate, he'll have it soon too. So they're just going to keep the team fight items coming. Side of Thunder Predator. As Razor's caught.
Oh, Razor is dead.
Likely a couple raises, and raises on Razor gets the kill. Wyvern, okay, spin from Ifrit, but they got the war cry, and Ifrit's like, wait a second, I need to run. Wyvern combo, but S can't even kill him. That's gotta feels bad, man. The Omni Slash all on Leshrac. It bounces over now as they come over. The Requiem as soon as it finishes. Can he get to the shrine in time? Yes, he can with the Impale, so Ifrit will survive. S goes down to Attune in the back lines. He got caught a little too distracted. Now Pika 2 with the Stormhammer stun. The Raze will finish the job on him, so 4 heroes currently dead. Razor's up in a second, but maybe Roshan. Phantasm Army still up. They're going to go to the top lane, but they have plenty of choices now.
And as I expected, like that Tiny just gets seen by the Chaos Knight, and Chaos Knight just QW, and the Tiny just dies, man. Like it's not, and that's just going to happen for the rest of the game now. Like there's nothing that Tiny can build to stop that Chaos Knight killing him. Like Chaos Knight's got heart at like 20 minutes. Like I don't know, man. There's not much to say. Like this draft from Xolotl is looking painful. As long as Thunder Predator like keep taking team fights that they have done, like with the Aegis now as well, like this game is going to be very, very difficult for them.
Don't try to fight this. They're going to try to fight this. Pika 2 goes in at the last second. That was way too late. He's going to go down quickly. Razor jumps in. The curse though on a Tiny, and they're going to set up on both of these guys. In fact, spinning from Ifrit, but now Razor, he's locked down. He has a link up on Attune, draining some damage, but not nearly enough to threaten him at all. Yano, he gets turned double kill for Attune on the Chaos Knight. Hector also just walking away, puts down a Sprout. May save him in the end. The Greaves coming out from Shadow Fiend even as he runs by. They're just going to transition into a tier 2 tower push. Maybe. No, never mind. They're porting elsewhere. No, that's Nature's Prophet. So they are going to stick around. They're going to go for the tier 2 mid with this as well. Yeah, even trying to defend that from Xolotl seemed very questionable at that point. But
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Casualties wasn't the craziest.
Radiant's middle tower has
There is
fallen.
that tier 2 as expected. It
Dire's
continues to be
top
a case, though, for
tower is under
Xolotl.
attack.
We're getting to that point. It's not at it yet like it was game 2, but, you know, where are the answers? You really got to reach.
Not done at 22. Tiny might be dying here. Yeah, he's dead.
Well,
That's not
maybe.
good.
Needs, there you go. There's the Rod of Atos. There's the kill. Yeah, this Leshrac, this is a support Leshrac, and he's doing a lot of work. He's doing way more work than the offlane Razor on the other side.
Nyx, though, Nyx might
Dire's top
gets
tower
killed
is
with
under
by the...
attack.
He's dead.
If he embraces, curse embrace.
That
He's just gonna run.
that was
Dire's
very
middle
good.
tower is under
If
attack.
he embraces there, he gets spun and dies anyway.
Radiant's
So that
top
ulti was
tower
perfect.
is
He might
under
still
attack.
die here actually, but
Now he embraces.
he's dead. He's dead. But no, that is good. That was the right play, honestly. Like, they get tier 2 top because of what he did there. That's
Yeah.
good play.
Wastes a
That's
lot of time. CK, he's got a full heart now. Oh my god. 4,000 life when he has that armlet toggled.
Dire's
Yeah,
middle
we're
tower
23
is
minutes into
under
the game,
attack.
by the way. It's a lot of life. You also have a War Cry. You also have Guardian Greaves. You also have his pipe finished. Yep, pipe's on the stash of Sven. So he just have so much mitigation here amongst the massive life pool.
Dire's bottom tower
And then
is
you
under
have,
attack.
Razor. Beating a dead horse at this point, but Juggernaut, SNY finished. Diffusal Blade, it's coming. So Ifrit continues to farm decent. At least trying to pick that up. He's going to cut the creep wave here. This is risky. Guess they don't have a stopper.
Dire's structures are fortified.
So he's gone, but if Wyvern was nearby, I guess the curse was still on cooldown. So he was good. Nyx,
Oh. Is...
Carapace, but
Dust. The dust.
well, they have sentries coming down.
That's it.
No dust needed.
Oh, let's try.
Yeah, top lane Yano. Leshrek's got the Atos. There's the 4-staff Atos. That's a brutal combo. He's not even
He
going to go
does
for
all that.
it, but
Yeah,
look at
he
what's happening
does.
mid.
Top tower is under attack.
That's smart play by Matthew though. He realised that
Radiant's middle
Tiny
tower
was
is
coming.
under attack.
But yeah, mid,
Radiant's
losing
structures
tower
are
3,
fortified.
mid lane.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Radiant, you need to get back. Juggernaut, he doesn't have a TP. He's just running back. Razor's
Radiant's
just coming
middle
off
tower
cooldown
has
now.
fallen.
They've already lost Rex.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Middle barracks
Easy
has
Rex
fallen.
kill. Chaos Knight sends his army to the bottom lane.
Radiant's middle
I mean,
barracks
look
has
at that.
fallen.
Combo from Tiny, and we still are just up. Finally, the last one despawns, but there comes a War Cry, and I don't know if Thunder Predator should stop. I mean, they still have an Aegis, right? Yeah, they have it on Shadow Fiend, but I guess they are for now.
They had no chaos, so I guess they don't need to rush
Radiant's bottom
things.
shrine is under attack.
Actually,
Play it safe. 45 seconds for that Aegis. They're going to take out a Shrine meanwhile, and they might get a
Radiant's
fight
bottom
here.
shrine has
Nyx, they
fallen.
see him. They have a sentry. There's the Atos. He's still in range of the sentry. Comes out with the Impel. However, stun in place. A split Earth on two, including Razor, the Requiem explosion, and Yano. He's draining plenty of damage from Shadow Fiend, but again, it just simply doesn't matter. And now Ifrit, he has to spin out. He's going to be left behind. Triple kill for Drake, and aka Leo style. After TPing in their face, and they call it, yeah, GG. That's game 3 and the series going to Thunder Predator. So game 1, Xolotl able to come through. Game 2, a much different story, though, the other way. And game 3, it's kind of continued with it. So Thunder Predator proving to be the better team in the overall series, at least.
yeah, I think that was fair enough. Like the draft and the sort of play coming on from to game 3, game 2 and into game 3 made the most sense. Not much else to say, really. I think Xolotl, like, they kind of drafted themselves into a corner in game 3, really. Like, just a bit strange. But
All 3 games, we had a hero not die once. In this game, we had 3 heroes not die once, including Ifrit on the losing team, which is pretty rare.
that is quite strange, actually.
But it happened, so it's kind of a fun stat, I guess. But yeah, that means things are wrapping up for our coverage tonight. The America Regions, day number 1 here for the BTS Spring Cup Tournament. And just to get you guys an idea of how it's shaping up, it's going to be Thunder Predator versus Raw in the winner bracket finals, and then Ray Do Piccole versus Team Xolotl in the lower bracket, round 1. And those matches will be tomorrow. And then, of course, the third day we'll have the lower finals, followed by the grand finals. $5,000 prize pool on the line here for the American region, just as it is for the other ones of Southeast Asia as well as Europe. So have some great Dota action thanks to BTS with the Spring Cup coming up here over the next 3 days. But our coverage tonight wrapping up. Minnie, want to give you the chance, any shout-outs, last words before we do wrap it up?
Yeah, just shout out to you, Breaky, and BTS. Thanks for having me. I really enjoyed it, actually. It was good fun, even though it's like 4 a.m. and I have work in a couple of hours. But, you know, it was good. I enjoyed it, and would love to do it again sometime. So that's cool.
All right. Well, appreciate you enjoying the Dota with me tonight. Get some sleep. As, I'm sure the players and you guys tuning in, perhaps you will as well, depending on where you live. I don't know. But the point is, America region is wrapping up. Southeast Asia, if I'm not mistaken, starts in a couple of hours from now with day number 2. So feel free to join back here on the Beyond the Summit stream when that takes place. But ultimately, for the America region, I'll be back tomorrow with our coverage here with those 2 series that I talked about. So, ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. From myself, BreakyCPK, joined by Minnie. Until tomorrow, we'll see you then.
See ya.